If you, much like me, have been a victim of influencers and blind bought something that has been trendy and popular only for you to hate it, this video is for you. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey, you know, if you have been tuned into the channel, you know that I have self-identified as a blind buy baddie. Now, while I don't necessarily see myself giving up my blind buy baddie status for the foreseeable future, I am, however, going to be more intentional when it comes to adding fragrances, especially these pricey ones, to my fragrance collection. As we all know, when it comes to blind buying, sometimes things work out and sometimes things just don't. And we are going to get into all of that in just a moment. But before we get into today's video, please make sure that you are subscribed and be sure to hit that notification bell boo so you don't miss when I upload another video. And if you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate if you gave me a thumbs up because it really helps to support my channel. And of course, if you are interested in anything that I mentioned here today, please make sure that you shop via the links down below in the description box because that also helps support my channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now, like I have told you all previously on the channel, I'm a blind buy baddie, okay? Through and through. Is that reckless? Yes. Do I do it anyway? 100%. Listen, after taking all of these unnecessary and very expensive L's in my fragrance journey, something got to give. Editing Alexis here. Just want to make a quick little disclaimer. This video in particular was originally sponsored. Unfortunately, sometimes in this YouTube business, after you've already done all of the work, brands will ghost you, and unfortunately that is what happened in this instance. Howsoever, I did not want this video to go to waste, so I'm asking you all in advance if you can just, you know, kind of ignore the rough editing because I cut out the name of this brand several times because they played in my face. Enjoy the video. So this first scent is Miss Dior Bloom and Bouquet, and it's probably not going to pick up because the writing is so small, but they do put the name of the fragrance at the bottom of each of the atomizers. And this one is so pretty, so feminine, fresh, great for every day, really girly and simple, not too complex, but definitely a pretty floral pink fragrance. This is a flanker of Miss Dior, which I already have in my collection, and this is most definitely a more fresh, bright, and honestly more floral version of that. Now, in my opinion, is Miss Dior Bloom Bouquet full bottle worthy? I'm gonna have to say yes, but I want to stress that you definitely have to be into florals, specifically rose, if you are interested in trying this, because otherwise this will not be a good fit for you. Now that I have been really curating my collection, I have found that I am very much a rose girly, and so with that being said, I won't be picking up a full bottle of this because I already have something very similar to it in my collection. But this is cute, y'all. If you like florals, specifically rose, go ahead and pick this up. This one is extremely popular because everyone has claimed that this is Rihanna's signature scent. Again, here is the atomizer. This one is just a reflective pink. And this is, it's probably going to be too small, Killian's, is it upside down? Yes, of course. Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. And this one, this is sweet. Now listen, if you are trying to bring all the boys, the girls, or the days to the yard, Love Don't Be Shy is going to be a good time. So not only does this have that floral aspect, it's also very sweet, which makes it very sexy, which makes it very appealing, and wear this at your own risk, okay? Don't say I didn't try to warn you. This next scent that I had was actually a re-up of a decant that I already have, and this is Tiziana Terenzi's Kirke, which was one of my go-to scents this summer. This is the atomizer, which you can see is filled to the tippy top, but we're gonna go ahead and play around with the decant that I was running low on, okay? So I took advantage of my influencer privilege and had them send me another one. This one, especially if you are already familiar with how Tiziana Terenzi works, I don't even have to spray it because I can smell it from the atomizer. This is super potent, strong. Do not overspray this. You know what I'm saying? That's coming from me. Do not overspray this. It's a super potent, super musky, fruity fragrance. This definitely gives me a Middle Eastern vibe with how potent the musk is in this. And if you are familiar with Tiziana Terenzi, you already know, okay? The reason that this was one of my go-to scents this summer was not only just because of the fresh fruitiness, but because of the performance. It doesn't matter if it was hot, if it was cool, if it was raining. This is a fragrance that performs. I have gotten compliments on this fragrance without topping up after 12 hours of wear. That is how long that is how long this fragrance projects. So if you are into fruity, fresh, super heavy musk fragrances, I definitely recommend getting your hands on this one, because this is not only a performer but a compliment getter, and we love compliments. The rest of these I picked up with my own coin, and we're going to go ahead and dive into some of those. I'm going to go ahead and pick one randomly from the pile, and this one is the Liquidese Imaginaire, and this is Bloody Wood. Are you going to focus? Probably not, because the writing is so small, but just take my word for it. Now remember, in this whole blind buy game, sometimes things don't work out. I picked up a decant of this based on how my good sis Denise Adore described the scent. And it's just not for me. You know, it smells like red wine, yes, but it smells like a spoiled red wine, a super dry, spoiled red wine with like some woodiness. Like maybe the wine is like aged in a barrel or something like that. This one's not for me. You know, it's kind of nauseating to me, to be honest. You know, can't win them all. It is firmly and resolutely not a good fit for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and send this one to Denise in case, you know, she needs this for travel or something like that. But that one is a firm no. This one is Nishane's Hachivat, as you can see, and I'll be honest, this one was another one that you can clearly see I have been struggling with. Now, Hachivat, I was originally interested in because it has an opening note of pineapple. You can already hear like how it's like in my throat. This is not the pineapple I was expecting. Okay, this is very much a men's cologne, super fresh, woody type of pineapple. Now don't get me wrong, this is not at all a bad scent. Very citrusy, fresh, woody, a little spice from some patchouli. Not bad at all, but it's not necessarily a good fit for me. This is something I want to smell on my man. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. And while I'm all for a unisex or quote unquote masculine leaning scent, this one's going a little too far for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Everything ain't going to be for everybody. So this is yet again another scent that just wasn't necessarily a good fit for me. And shout out for saving me in my chase car at the time. This next one is another recommendation from my good sis Denise Adore. And this is Goldfield and Banks Southern Bloom, which you probably can't even see. But this one is one that I've only worn it to bed a couple of times. I haven't really worn it out yet. But this one, this is a very sophisticated powdery scent. You know, I like to smell like a lady from time to time. And it's definitely giving usher board, you know what I'm saying, church mother. But that's kind of what I like about it. And this is definitely a very dense, almost dry, powdery scent. This definitely has a little bit of a tropical undertone to it for me. But the main presence, at least to my nose, for this scent is powdery. So this is definitely not going to be for everyone. So definitely get your nose on it. Shout out to my sister Denise Adore for redeeming herself by putting me onto this one. Now this next one was actually one of the first decants that I ever picked up. This is from the house of BDK. And this is Passe Soir, which is not going to focus because the writing is so small. Here is how much I have used of this one. And that's from trying to make this work. I know that Passe Soir is super popular with the girlies here on YouTube, but I don't like it. The opening of this is very fresh, very spicy, definitely tickles my nose. But it is something about the way that this is blended that just, it just gives me a headache. I think that it's the quince. It almost smells, and me and Denise have had this conversation before, it almost smells like licorice, like black licorice specifically. And I'm not necessarily a fan of this, and I keep trying to smell this so that I can try to describe it to you, but it's literally giving me a headache, guys. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I know that everyone loves this, and as you see, I've tried to make this work, and I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. I know that y'all love this, but the answer, at least for me, is immediately no. Absolutely not. Now, this next scent, y'all ain't been lying about this one. This is from Liquid's Imaginaire as well, and this is Blanche Bette. And yet again, you're not going to be able to see it, but just so you know it's real, this one, I'm going to spray this on Scams because I deserve it. Blanche Bette is definitely creamy, milky, lactonic, vanilla, sweet goodness, okay? The Amanda Marie here on YouTube described this perfectly when she said that this smells like a black girl. And if you get it, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, so many fragrance creators have been raving about Blanche Bette for quite some time. I was very hesitant to pick this up because I'm not really into milky, creamy, lactonic things because it can make me a little nauseous. But this, I need a full bottle. Blanche Bette is so warm and sweet and cozy, and the performance is crazy. Long after I don't even smell myself anymore, still getting compliments. Absolutely getting a full-size bottle of this one. This next one is another one from the house of BDK, and this one is Tobacco Rose. And here is my little decant dent, so you can see that I have been wearing this one as well. This one is sexy. This is another one that's going to be polarizing because there's tobacco and rose, which are not really mass appealing notes per se. This also has a really juicy plum, and it plays exceptionally well with the rose and the tobacco in this. I'm not a huge tobacco fan, but something about the way the tobacco is done in this just is so smooth and sexy. Now, BDK definitely played me when it comes to Passe Soir, but Tobacco Rose is a great time, especially during these cooler months. Now that we are finally in fall, I am definitely going to be playing around in this a whole lot more. So folks, for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video here. Be sure to drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And on your way to watching another video of mine, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Please, please, please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Why do y'all like this?